Paul here from Ray White Property Management. This is your May rental market update. Now, really interesting month. May is always the tipping point into the slowest time of the year. So overall, we're really seeing a two-speed market. Quality property that's priced well, which I'll comment on in a moment, still moving well in this marketplace. Anything that isn't that, price, presentation, location, bang on, is really slow in the marketplace. Since the events in March, we've seen the overall viewings slow down. Now, when I talk about the properties that are moving well, all right, it's well presented property, marketed to a high standard, that is priced well. And priced well is about being competitive in this market. Ultimately, it is a tenant's market. So, you know, rent reductions being needed on new listings or negotiations from tenants are becoming more common in the marketplace. So if you're asking for $50 a week more for no reason or justification, or even if you are, you may see no people coming to the property, or overall, you are actually getting a lot of people wanting to negotiate because they're being chased for 2 or 3 other properties in the marketplace or in the neighboring 2 suburbs. Now, in the terms of the differences between the market, we're seeing this more common in the West Auckland properties. Across the North Shore properties, it's slightly stronger tenant demand, but overall the interest still isn't as high as we saw in previous months, January through to March, okay? So it's about adapting to your marketplace, and at the moment, I think you've got to be something truly special in the top 1% to be garnering a top above market price for comparable properties in the area, okay? So that's the overall market insights. There's some really changes going on in the marketplace to touch on. Now, the pet laws that came out 1st of December 2025, you can't unreasonably deny. You can charge 2 weeks for a pet bond, and you also get more security around damages, anything beyond fair wear and tear with pets. Now, there's been some interesting tribunals come out. What reasonable is, it's now in a game where you have to show that you're being reasonable and doing your best to give a tenant the approval for having a pet. All right, reasonable terms, applying them, having a good process around this. If you're self-managing or you're just saying no without reason, or not having good backups and understanding as to why you're making that decision after giving tenants opportunity to meet terms, you are in danger. And that is the reality of where we are in May 2026. That in the marketplace, tribunals becoming more common. The national average for rent arrears is increasing, and we're seeing more disputes over this arising with financial pressures. Now, that's the key place in the market at the moment. We're still really believing in high professional marketing packages and presenting your properties to a really high standard, but you've got to be competitive on price. Otherwise, you're not a quality property in this marketplace. Paul Zellman, Ray White Property Management. That's your May rental market update.